On this one, we're graphing a quadratic equation in standard form. Now, notice it says f of x. You will have the same graph if you graph y equals negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 6. Same exact graph. F of x emphasizes the fact that you have a function, and it's called function notation. So the work may look just a little bit different, but the graphs will be the same. Alright, so we're still following the steps for graphing quadratics in standard form. First of all, find x equals negative b over 2a. That's your axis symmetry. So this is in standard form. A is negative 2, b is negative 4, and c is 6. So axis symmetry, AOS for short, is x equals negative b, so the negative's already there. B in this case is negative 4, over 2 times a, which is negative 2. Negative 4, the opposite of negative 4 is 4. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, and so x equals negative 1 is your axis symmetry. So plot that vertical line. Now we're going to take that negative 1, that x value, and plug it in for x and find the y value, find the f of x value. So in this function, everywhere we see an x, we're going to put negative 1. So we'll have f of negative 1 equals negative 2 times negative 1 squared minus 4 times negative 1 plus 6. Now use your order of operations. Negative 1 in parentheses squared, negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. On the left side, we're just going to keep it as f of negative 1. We're finding the function value at negative 1, the y value at negative 1. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. We're multiplying now. Negative 4 times negative 4 gives us positive 4. And now add and subtract from left to right. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. So we have a point at negative 1, 8. Alright, so we have a point at negative 1, 8. That's our vertex. Now let's put in some values to the right of negative 1, like 0 and 1. So everywhere there's an x, we'll put 0. Zero squared, 0. 0 times negative 2 is 0. 0 times negative 4 is 0. It doesn't matter whether you put plus 0 or minus 0 there. 0 minus 0 is 0, and 0 plus 6 is 6. So when we put 0 into this function, we get 6 out. So we have a point at 0, 6. Now let's put 1 in. F at 1. Use order of operations on the right side. 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. And then we have addition or subtraction. We'll go from left to right. Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. When we put 1 in, we get 0 out. Now our next step, if you're following the steps from the notes, is to mirror those points or reflect those across the axis symmetry. So the point 0.06 reflected across will be the point -2.6. And then the point, let's see, 1.0 will be -3.0. Now we'll connect those with a smooth curve and we'll have our graph. So we've graphed our parabola. You'll notice that the A was negative, so it up and down. If you notice the C out here, that's always your y-intercept. If it's in standard form, you can just look out there and see the constant, and that's where it's crossing the y-axis. We can see that right there, that point. All right, domain and range. Domain on these, there it continues on to the left, continues on to the right, so there's no limit for what the domain can be. So the domain is all real numbers. Now the range, that's the y values. You'll see that this one has a maximum point at the vertex, -1, 8. So the highest y value is 8. So everything else is less than or equal to 8. So our range here is all the y values less than or equal to 8. Hopefully that all makes sense. You can find more videos on my website and on my YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe.